My student asked them, even I asked the young one, 5 or 6 years old, how long you practice each day? And the girl seems to be so embarrassed. I only practice 5 hours a day. And I told my student, wow, 5 hours, maybe you got 1 week.
Hello everyone, welcome to New Music Paths. Today we're going to be exploring the wonderful world of Chinese music. What would you say are some of the major differences between Chinese music and Western music?
So we emphasize on melody, not harmony.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Western music is all the time is harmony, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason you need to take harmony. When you learn playing any musical instrument, Western, right?
Mm-hmm.
Piano or violin, cello, yeah.
Uh-huh. So Chinese music is very melodically driven then.
Yeah.
I was noticed when you guys were playing before that very often you all are playing like the same melody at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also do some polyphony too, like where you do some repetition between one phrase and another phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you also play with those different layers of lines.
Yeah. There's one bamboo and silk and bamboo music in China. And there is the main characters will play the melody, whereas all the others will play it their own way, using add something or delete something and make it longer or shorter. So every time it's different when they play it.
Are there different regional styles?
Yeah.
So if you change from one town to another, would the music change?
Mm-hmm. But not the music change, the way they play. It's influenced by the language. Just like in the center part, just like Guzheng, because the way they talk is very gentle, so they play is gentle way. But whereas in Henan, their language is so hush, so the way they play is hush too.
I find so expressive the Erhu too, especially when you do the slides, you know?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Is that also something that we would see like on the vocal music as well? It's kind of...
Oh yeah, it sounds, Erhu is very similar to the voice, okay? So many composers, they compose the music pieces, this according to the voice, and then they compose the melody.
And I also noticed that there are like different types of Erhus, right?
Yes.
I guess they changed the name too, right?
Yes.
Dean was playing a couple of different ones, right, Dean?
Yeah, he's playing the bass, yeah. But on the Erhu, we have Gaowu, that means the high tune Erhu, yeah.
Just the soprano.
Yeah.
And then you have the tenor version, right?
Erhu?
Yeah.
That's the one you were playing, right?
That's
Dean?
correct.
Yeah, and you're saying that's very rare, you said?
It's falling into disuse, so there are not many of them around, but I love them.
So how did you find yours?
I found it, bought it derelict in Toronto and spent about 6 months. I'm a woodworker, refurbishing it and carving the dragon, and it's turned out to be a very beautiful instrument.
Frank, you played with the Hong Kong Chinese Orchestra, right?
Oh, I learned so many instruments from them, okay? I started really young when I was in grade 6.
What is the importance, in your opinion, of keeping the Chinese tradition and teaching young people to play those Chinese instruments? And
Yeah, when we came over here, there's not much younger one to learn Chinese instrument. So we start in 1998 with only seven of us, 7 adults.
We used to have a youth orchestra, youth Chinese orchestra. My students went to Hong Kong for the international Guzheng competition.
how was that?
They won.
Yeah.
But it's hard because they need to compete with those came from China. And my student asked them, even I asked the young one, 5 or 6 years old, how long you practice each day? And the girl seems to be so embarrassed. I only practice 5 hours a day. And I told my student, wow, 5 hours, maybe you got 1 week.
So one thing that I find amazing right here in this room is that we have like Canada represented here, like in all of us, right? It's pretty amazing that we have like a Brazilian, right? And originally from China, you guys, and then I guess you're Canadians born here in Canada, right?
That's right.
And but you're playing like in a Chinese orchestra,
That's right.
and you play very well. Like what is the story behind that? How do you find Chinese music?
Sometimes your life's path hangs on what happens on a razor edge. I was in Yonge and Bloor station, subway station in Toronto, you know, a nice quiet place, no. And I heard this, in between trains, I heard this most beautiful music from somewhere down there. And the train came in and I had a choice, take the train home or go and find out what this was. And what changed my life is I decided to let the train go and find out what it was. And it was an Erhu played by a busker, and a very good one in Toronto. And I just fell in love with it because it's such a beautiful sound that the Erhu makes. I adore the instrument.
And Janet, you then learned, got this passion from Dean?
Well, for me, it was sort of as Dean became more involved with the Chinese music and then was invited to play with the Toronto Chinese Orchestra. I sort of started to get more involved and started out playing percussion with the Toronto Orchestra while I was learning Dietzing.
So Calgary and I guess also Canada is very fortunate to have you guys here, and I'm very, very honored to had this time with you guys here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was a privilege and honor playing with you. Thank you so much for sending that beautiful piece of music. And so that piece we played together is also a very good representation when East and West come together, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The beautiful melody and
The harmony too.
the harmony. So yeah, no, I was very, very happy with this experience. I learned a lot from all of you. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, share this with other friends and family, and I'll see you on New Music Paths.